Hey there, YouTube. Madwitch here. Um, so I was scrolling through YouTube and everything, and I was looking at certain people that I subscribe to, Mr. Epsilon, Grade A, Under A, and they keep talking about this guy Vegan Gains. So I decided to go over to Vegan Gains website, and I could already tell you by what I saw from the criticizing videos of Mr. Epsilon and Grady Under A. He is a whiny little bitch. Yeah, he may be bigger than me. Yeah, he may be stronger than me, but he nonetheless is still a whiny little bitch. Well, I come to this. So I go to his channel and I'm looking through his videos and I'm watching his videos and uh, one knock down your ego, by a lot. I mean, I got an ego. I'm narcissistic. I'll readily admit that. But man, you take it to a whole new level, whole new level. It's like you think that, it's like you watched, what was that, what is that movie? Damn it, I'll think of it. Where that vegan had special vegan powers because he was vegan, and when he drank a latte that had milk in it, he ended up losing all his vegan powers by the vegan police. Um, but this video came across and it says why men need to go vegan. Now I know what veganism is. It's a strict diet that consists nothing other than plant matter. No meats, no dairies, no honey. No, I don't use honey on my day-to-day basis, but when I like to enjoy a nice cup of tea, I tend to put a little bit of honey in it just to sweeten it up. But why men need to go vegan? And what he says and how he portrays everything is just fucking retarded and so illogical. I want to play the audio because the video itself does not matter. Um, Throughout the video, It's him making fun of meat eaters in your stereotypical redneck, manly man, whatever I guess you can call it, and then some uh, still pictures and videos of uh, I guess they're vegan women. Uh, from what I understand, they're vegan women, and to me they're repulsive just because they're skinny. I don't like skinny women, but I will be playing the audio, and throughout I will be uh, basically critiquing and criticizing. So I am playing this under fair use laws. So if you're gonna bitch, don't think about it because again, fair use.
Now, it's pretty easy to talk to women about veganism, but with men you often hear, "Well, why would I go vegan? I ain't gay, and I ain't some dumb girl." Yes, unfortunately, due to corporate social engineering, a lot of stupid, ignorant, unenlightened men think that paying someone else to kill defenseless animals for them that they buy at the grocery store somehow makes them more manly.
This is complete and total fallacy. I myself, I live in Wisconsin. Here in Wisconsin, there are four things we care about. Well, three things I care about, four things the other general public cares about. And those things are meat, cheese, beer, and the Packers. All right, those are the four things: meat, cheese, beer, Packers. And it's not, and this is more cultural than it is for any purpose of being manly. It's more of a cultural thing. This is this is how we live. You know, you live by the beer, you die by the beer. Plain and simple. So it being manly, you know, it doesn't matter how much meat you eat, it all depends on how you act. That makes you a man. And really considering define man. So, but
Makes absolutely no fucking sense, since all you're doing is preying on someone who's weaker than you. For the same reason it's considered cowardly for a man to hit a woman, it's just as, if not more cowardly, to support the abuse and murder of animals. All you're doing is taking advantage of animals that are vulnerable and or physically weaker than you, and there's nothing manly about that. Do any...
okay, so taking advantage of animals that are weaker than you. Okay, so now you can start bitching about lions, tigers, and bears. Oh my, wolves, coyotes, all your bird of preys. You know, start bitching at the sharks, the whales, at dolphins. You know, I mean, it happens every day in the animal kingdom. Now, I do understand that big box stores that sell food produce do obtain their produce in less than humane ways. Now, there's a difference between being an avid supporter of uh, animal cruelty and being a humanitarian. Now, to be a humanitarian, yes, you do not support animal abuse. And unfortunately, buying from big box stores, I guess you can consider it as support for animal abuse. But if you go to your local Whole Food stores or your local organic food stores, you will actually find meats there. These meats are organically and humanely raised, which means there's no growth hormones. They have lived their life expectancies, which means that they, for cows, they can no longer, for the sow, they can no longer produce milk, give birth, or pretty much be useful in any other way. For bulls, they can no longer, you know, well, you know, get sows pregnant. So the only other thing to do is to kill the animal. Now, if you get the organic, humanely raised meats, it is done in a very humane way. Now, there places like Walmart slaughterhouses, yes, it is appalling on what how they treat their animals. You got to realize though that they're uh, they're more about product than they're more about the quantity of the product instead of the quality of the product. So using this supportive of animal abuse is bullshit. Animals are dying because of other predatory animals every single day, every single minute. You know what? A lion just took down a gazelle. I'm not even kidding. A lion just right now took down a gazelle and is now eating that gazelle. So, you can't say that being a meat eater is if you're a meat eater, you're automatically supporting animal cruelty. Not true. You can go to your local organic food stores and get organic meats that are humanely raised. And that goes the same for hunting. You know, if you want to eat meat and you don't want the animal abuse to happen, go hunt. Because at least then you know how that animal is being treated. One, it was a wild animal, and you killed it. So you decide on how it's killed. If you're going to treat it like a bag of dirt and start kicking it as it's kicking and screaming in its last dying breath, then yeah, you're a piece of shit. But if you go about it the real hunter's way and end it swiftly, after it's going to run for a while, You're going to have to track it down. It's going to fall. And then you're going to have to end it quickly and humanely. That's just how it is.
If you think it was manly for Chris Brown to hit Rihanna, someone who's physically weaker than him and couldn't fight back, then why do you idiots think it's manly to abuse and kill animals? Anyone who says this shit is just a fucking bitch who doesn't understand what it means to be a man. And when guys say that...
Okay, again, Mr. Gaines, tell me, what is it to be a man? Now you're comparing meat eaters with women with women abusers, with people who abuse women. One, yeah, don't abuse women, don't abuse children, don't abuse people or animals, period. You know, you gotta treat life with respect. Yes, I understand that. All right, but do not ever compare somebody who eats meat to a piece of shit that beats his wife. That's illogical. Alright? I'm going to play Spock now. That's illogical.
Meat is manly bullshit. They're saying it to get the approval of other men. Women aren't impressed by ignorance and apathy. They prefer men who have critical thinking skills and are kind and compassionate. In an interview with Jed Gillen's sexy-ass porn star Brie Olson stated, I don't think men who eat meat are more masculine. I just don't think they've been provided with enough information for them to make the proper decision on going vegan. A well-educated man is most sexy to me. And even porn star Lexi Bell is vegetarian and is an animal rights advocate. Again, women get turned on by men who are smart, critical thinkers, and are kind and compassionate. This, I'm a man and I don't care if animals die bullshit is only going to get you approval from your idiot friends.
Now, again, I mean, I'm not saying that there aren't people out there who say, I don't care if an animal dies. There probably are people out there who say that. I am not one of them. I do care when an animal dies. When I hunt, when I fish, and I don't do a lot of fishing. And I barely go hunting. That requires money. Money I don't have. But I do care when an animal dies. You know, I cried more about my dog dying than I did about my great-grandmother dying. So what does that tell you? You know, yes, I eat meat, but I cried because my dog died. Does that make me a horrible person because I eat meat? That's the only thing you're going to look at is you eat meat. You're a horrible person. No, I eat meat because I know the benefits of eating meat. You say that women like kind, compassionate, and well-educated men. I technically have my bachelor's in religious studies. I could have my associates in dietary nutrition. I could. I know enough about dietary nutrition and preparations of food from all the restaurant jobs that I've had to where I know what is healthy and what is not healthy. You know, yes, there is a such thing as overconsumption. You know, it doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter what you are. It doesn't matter what you are putting in your body. There is a such thing as overconsumption. You can overconsume water. I'm not even kidding. You can drown on a tablespoon of this shit. I'm not even kidding. There's an overconsumption of meat. There's also an overconsumption of anything, really. If you consume too much of one thing, you are harming yourself. So keep that in mind as well. That your strict plant-based diet, you're actually going to be eating more than what I eat. I can guarantee you right now, you're eating a hell of a lot more than what I eat every single day. I can guarantee that.
It's not going to help you get any women.
When I'm not fucking or creating porn, I'm pretty much rescuing animals and giving all my love to them.
Yeah, well, you vegans have low testosterone levels and you can't even get erections. So, what would it matter if you get more girls if you can't even get it up? And when we actually look at the research, rather than listening to what ignorant idiots online tell us, we see that vegans have the same level of available androgens as meat eaters, and meat actually reduces your ability to get an erection. Because the saturated fat and cholesterol found in animal products clog our arteries and reduces blood flow, it reduces our ability to get and maintain an erection. So, going vegan won't reduce your testosterone levels, and you'll get bigger, harder erections. Not to mention, vegan women are fucking hot as fuck.
I want to skip this because it's just showing a bunch of skinny chicks.
Will only get you approval from your male friend. So to
Okay. So I don't know if there was a person who said his little retarded version of redneck. You know, the whole you got lower testosterone. Your diet actually does not affect testosterone levels. Your age does. As you get older, your hormones will drop more and more. You will have an imbalance of hormones as you get older. It has nothing to do with your diet. That's just fact. As for people who eat meat can't or have a tendency to not have an erection over somebody who doesn't eat meat is also fallacy. His research is very biased at best, which means that you are only going to your vegan websites or your vegan doctors or your vegan scientists and getting their opinion and only their opinion, when you need to be going to the other guy's opinion as well, or gal's opinion. There was this article in the Wall Street Journal. I tend to read the Wall Street Journal and believe it a tiny bit more than what I do with other news stations and papers, because Wall Street Journal is at best unbiased. They do have a political agenda themselves, but when it comes to something like this, they are very unbiased. They took a vegan doctor of nutritional science, and another lady who is not vegan and advocates for a balanced diet, which means meat and plant matter. A balanced diet should consist of meats, grains, and a veggie, or mixed vegetables. Got hair. But let's continue on with what he has left to say before some more half-naked skinny chicks pop up on my phone.
Recap. You attract women by proving you're a thoughtful, compassionate person, and this men eat meat bullshit will only get you approval from your male friends. Once you go vegan, you'll attract super hot vegan women, and going vegan will give you bigger, harder erections to pleasure these super hot vegan women with. Okay, at this point, if you don't go vegan, you're just admitting that you have no interest in women. Not that being gay is a bad thing, I'm just saying that if you consider yourself a heterosexual man who's interested in being with smart, beautiful women, then you should start making some vegan gains. That's right, ladies, I'm vegan and I'm single. What a relief!
Okay, so the rest of the freaking video is nothing but half-naked yoga pants skinny chicks. I like my women with meat on their bones. I'm not saying fat. I just want meat. I want something that I can actually hold on to. When I'm with a skinny chick, it feels like every single time I touch her, she's just going to break and fall apart. I don't like skinny women. Plus, having sex with skinny women, especially having a bony pelvis myself, hurts a lot. Because I am not gentle. I am extremely rough. Ask my girlfriend. But as for that comment of if you don't go vegan, then you pretty much said that you don't like women. I'm not vegan. I'm heterosexual, and I have a girlfriend. I also have a daughter. So wherever you're getting that information from is illogical, completely. And just because you eat meat means that you're not smarter than other people. I have 110 IQ. My main portion of study is religion. I know a little bit about technology, enough just to get me by. I used to know a lot more, but I've been kind of out of the loop lately. You know, I play very strategic games, such as chess and shogi, and I'm fairly good at them both. You know, sophisticated games, I guess you could call them. So, just because just because you're vegan doesn't make you smarter. And again, I'm going to have to tell you, go do your unbiased research. Because when you cut out one portion, food group, which the Atkins diet is the complete opposite of the vegan diet. Basically, the Atkins is cutting out all plant matter. And, you know, all those other plant-based carbs. While veganism is cutting out all animal product. Once you cut out one type of food, you're fucking yourself straight in the ass. And I can guarantee you right now that if you're vegan, you're wasting your money on $15 bottles of pills that say that they are 1,000 units of a certain vitamin, mineral, or nutrients that you need to have, because you're not getting it from your diet. So why are you wasting your money on artificial supplements? One, this is what it is. It's artificial. I don't care where you're getting it from. I don't care what the brand name is. If it's a pill, it's artificial. Plain and simple. And 1,000 units, that can sustain you for 4 days. 4 days. And that's being average like me. You know, if you're smaller, it'll be longer. And so if you are doing the supplement, vitamins, minerals, and nutrients, and you're doing it every day, you're literally pissing money away. All the excess shit that is left over in your body that your body cannot absorb, your body can only absorb so much. You piss the rest of it away. And you know what? You will need to take your vitamins every single day, because whatever that one pill that you take, whatever's left over in your system, you will piss out. Not even kidding. So you're wasting your money on the supplements, and you're obtaining more supplements or more vitamins, minerals, or nutrients than you need. And it's just a big waste. So why not have a proper, balanced diet? I'm not talking about eat meat, only meat because it's manly, as your argument is. No. Because eating meat doesn't make you manly or not manly. It's food. It's called survival. Yes, granted, in this day and age, we don't need so much of a survival. But when you grow up in a in a low class income house, then yes, pork and noodles and chicken are your friends. Not even kidding. I'm not going to say that I'm the healthiest person right now, because 1, I smoke, 2, I drink, and 3, I sit on my ass pretty much all fucking day. Alright, I'll actually show you what I looked like last year around this time. And mind you, this was from me. You know, I didn't change my diet. So I still ate meat and grains and fruits and veggies. I even ate my junk food, my chocolates and my candies and my sodas and my energy drinks. And those are all horrible for you, yes. But, you know, I was still pretty healthy. All right? Now that's me. I just got done out of a shower, just got done shaving. I'm getting ready for work. And that was me at 160 pounds. That's 160 pounds. And I think my doctor said, what was it, like 10% body fat, 12% body fat, some shit like that. And that was considered to be okay. Now, yeah, I wasn't extremely muscular, but you know what? I looked damn fucking good. My stomach is nice and flat, my shoulders are nice and broad. You know, I have that, wiry muscle going on there. And, I want to look like this again. I really do. I really would not mind looking like this again. But you can't say that, especially that hard on thing. Oh, sorry. Now, like I said, I have a kid, which means I had to obtain a hard on. And there are times where I get so hard and I stay hard for so long that I end up dehydrating, that I end up becoming dehydrated because I'm at it so long. And I eat meat. Now, the thing that you, as a vegan, Mr. Gaines, are thinking about with the whole clogging arteries and heart attacks and diseases and everything else is the fat that comes with the meats. You need to get lean meats with barely any fat on it. I like to get meats that have like a 95% lean and 5% fat. I will go as far as a 93% lean, but I don't think I will go any lower than that. For the simple fact is that the fat in and of itself does provide a little more flavor, I should say, to the meats. When I make my ground beef or even my burgers, for crying out loud, I actually put any of my meats that were cooking in their own juices in a strainer with the coffee filter over a bowl, and I let the oils just leave. And there's, the Foreman grill even has things to get rid of all that excess fatty oils and bullshit. So don't give me that. Eating meats, especially in the proper amounts, not Atkins crazy, but in the proper amounts. Eat your, fish, amazing for you. Chicken, amazing for you. Beef, great, not too great, but it's great. It still has a lot of healthy benefits that help you with blood flow, uh, red blood cell reproduction. Because yes, you do lose red blood cells throughout the day. You know how it comes out? Through your waste. Pissing and shitting. That's how it leaves your bodies, through pissing and shitting. Your white blood cells are constantly being recycled and dying and living and being born and whatever. That's middle school. That's middle school science, for crying out loud. Middle school. I'm assuming you're in your 30s, late 20s at the very least. So you can't tell me that you don't remember that from middle school. No, I'm not knocking your diet as is, but when you start attacking meat eaters in general, you're not even saying I understand that there are meat eaters out there who don't, who understand and blah 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 blah. You're not saying that. You're saying meat eaters, people who eat meat. If you're a guy and you eat meat, if you're a guy and you're not vegan, that's you're generalizing. You're putting everybody up into one package and you're squeezing us all together. That's not how it is. There might be somebody out there who will be like, oh, I don't give a damn if, a cow dies. As long as I'm getting fed. There probably are people out there like that. It's unfortunate, but there are. There are very insensitive people. And to say that, and to insult the intelligence of a meat eaters are actually a little more intelligent than you, buddy, because we actually get more air to our head. We get more oxygen up there. And you need oxygen, a lot of oxygen, to get your brain going, to keep your brain running and active. And eating meat allows that to happen because you're getting more blood cells. I actually have very thick blood. My doctor says the only thing that he's worried about is that I'm not getting enough exercise and that I'm a smoker. Those are the only two things he's worried about. Only two things he's worried about is that I'm not getting enough exercise and I'm a smoker. He wants me to quit smoking and he wants me to get out more often. Nothing about my diet. And he knows my diet. I say, yes, I eat red meats. I have, now for me it's an every now and again I drink. It's not an everyday thing. It's not, a once a week thing. It's an every now and again thing. The last time I drank was New Year's Eve. The time before that would have been my buddy's 21st birthday. Went out and I got fucking smashed. But I'm a Wisconsinite. We get smashed a lot. But now that I have my daughter, I do have to cut back on my drinking. And I have to be more responsible. My daughter, I'm going to raise her to eat meat. And I'm going to tell her why meat is beneficial to the human body. And I'm not talking, and it's not just meat, it's also dairy products too. Your milks and cheeses, one, they both have protein. Milks and cheeses have protein. And they also have calcium. And they also have vitamin D. Vitamin D and calcium are extremely important to bone health. I'm not talking about making your bones stronger. I'm just talking about keeping your bones healthy. Because that's where your red blood cells come from. Did you know that? Your red blood cells come from your bones. So, wouldn't you want to keep your bones healthy? So that way you can produce the red blood cells you need? And then, you're going to have to get your omega-3s from someplace. What's the best place to get your omega-3s? Fish. What's the best place to get iron and zinc? Fish and pork. Sometimes chicken and turkey. This is basic science. Basic. This is the shit you learn in grade school. Remember the pyramid? How it used to be a pyramid? The food pyramid. It said this is how much you should consume in a day. How much was meats? It wasn't much. Your proteins, it wasn't much. Because a lot of things you can get proteins, but meats contain a certain protein, and that protein activates muscle growth. The proteins you find in plant matter are more for your skin and your hair and your nails and your eyes and your teeth. It's for that stuff. And yeah, plant matter is also good for your bowel movements, especially if it's, fiber. Eat an apple. It has a lot of fiber in it. A lot of sugar, but a lot of fiber. But that's natural sugar. It's not fake sugar. That's natural sugar. Natural sugar is good for you. Fake sugar is bad for you. Remember that. Stay away from diet sodas because they're horrible for you. If you're going to drink a soda, drink a regular soda. If you're going to drink a regular soda, keep it down. If you want to live healthy, a can of soda, just your regular 12-ounce can of soda is fine. It's fine. Have a can of soda a day. That's fine. Fuck it, whatever. That's granted it's artificial sugars, but it's also energy. And if you get the caffeinated soda, then there you go. If you're getting a little tired at work, pop open a soda. Sodas are actually now starting to use natural sugars. So, you know, before you, Mr. Gaines, say that we meat eaters don't do our research, I do my research. I know what I'm talking about. Yeah, you may feel better, but you know what? That could be a placebo effect. Because you're reading all these things about how meat has ill benefits. Well, you know what? Over consuming is what the ill benefit is. Over consuming. There is a thing called a balanced diet, which means that you're not over consuming, you're not under consuming, you got it just right. Just right here. There's ugh. As you notice, I'm not bashing all vegans, unlike Mr. Gaines bashes all meat eaters and say if you eat meat you're a horrible person and you don't like women and you're stupid and retarded and you don't know what you're talking about. I just proved you wrong, Mr. Gaines. So, you know, your turn. I don't. I'm pagan. I don't approve of animal cruelty. But I also understand that to be healthy, I need to consume meat. I don't consume as much meat as I used to because meat is, yes, expensive. I consume more grain than I do anything else because grain is filling. Most vegetables and fruit, for me, are not filling. Meat is filling. I actually just got done eating a beef stew with that covered my mashed potatoes. That was filling because that was starch. That was pretty much all starch. And that was filling. I had a carrot on top of that. An organic carrot, mind you, on top of that. And it was delicious. And don't think that just because we eat meat, we don't eat plants either. We need them both. We are omnivores. Not herbivores, not carnivores, omnivores. We have the capability, need, and necessity to eat both plant and animal matter. You want proof? Predatory animals have their eyes in the front, prey animals have their eyes to the side. If we were meant to be prey, our eyes would be to the side. We are not. We are predatory animals. We focus on our target and we kill it. Plain and simple. We have sharper front teeth and flat back teeth. This allows us to eat both. This allows us to rip meats off of bones and also at the same time chew the meat and chew plant matter. And if you don't believe that this is how it works, look at the bear. Look at its jaw structure and its teeth structure. Just go ahead, look. And then go look at a cow's teeth structure and jaw structure. I can guarantee you, ours match a bear's, not a cow's. This one is directed towards Mr. Gaines, so you don't get my catchphrase.